Okay, so two things can be a problem at once. My E91 has a coolant leak, as you can see, judging by the low coolant. It should be a little bit higher up. It's a leak, not a huge one, but it is leaking, and I see it underneath the car. But the other problem is this. That is the coolant level sensor, which is supposed to be inserted into the bottom of this tank. Step one is getting what's in there out, coolant wise, and then disconnecting both the radiator hose, the upper radiator hose here, and then the one that feeds the bottom of the tank. These are two 10mm bolts. We're going to get those off real quick, and we're going to take this tank inside empty to work on it and hopefully be able to extract whatever broken bits are in the bottom of this tank. Okay, so step one, it's called a battery filler. I'm going to be using that to just extract all the fluid out of this tank. But yeah, we're just going to get right to this. So the official coolant, actually, that you're supposed to be using is blue G48 coolant. This is not the right tool for the job, but by the way, this is not doing a good job. This is either really old coolant or the wrong coolant. This is not the color fluid I've been seeing underneath the car. So I highly doubt that it's blue when it's down by a water pump and thermostat. So now I'm really just confused. Why is this a different color? Alright, so ran inside to grab my Harbor Freight pick tool. Got my little catch can at the bottom here. Like this looks like it's already been kind of worked up, so that's going to come right off. And then down at the bottom right here as well, same deal. Hook it in and just kind of work it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually unbolt the tank first. I got the top hose already off, and as soon as that breaks free from the bottom, I'm just going to pull it out and tip it up, and hopefully we don't spill. Whew, it is cold today. All right. Flex ratchet coming in clutch. My God, I can't feel my fingertips. This is crazy. Here's two. Cool, those are going in my magnetic tray. Okay, I think I gotta go warm up my hands. Ooh. Okay, time to get it back out there, but I was smart. I found another container to catch some coolant. So we're just gonna pick that little bar there, pull that hose off, yank the tank, and throw the cap on the top so I can... That was almost a disaster. So I can flip it upside down really quickly. Oh, here we go. There it goes. Okay. The catch can did its job. Let's go. That is actually shocking how perfectly placed that was. It came spewing out like one of those things at the theme park, right? Remember the big tilt buckets? Ah, it's such a mess. But we did the best we could with the tools we had. A yogurt container. That stuff hopefully is going to all fit in here, but that was a lot. It shouldn't be that color. And there's also way more coolant. Way more coolant than you would think in this thing. Please be done. Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, that's not good. Oddball reference if you get it, but does this not remind you of the sailor pipes, like the candy? Anybody watch the Laku Peep video like years ago? I'm talking like 2008 YouTube, 2007. Just gonna give it a quick inspection, see if this is possibly the source of a leak. This thing holds way more coolant than I thought it did. This is a great light at Harbor Freight. It's 34 bucks. If you already got some battery packs from Bauer, absolutely recommend it. I think throws off so much light. Actually, I can't even tell you this light's too big. It looks clear. The hole looks clear. I'm actually a little surprised by that. This should be as simple as inserting it and twisting. Wow. If the tank is oriented this way, that means this should go like this. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't not fit on me. Oh, twist in place. That feels like it wants to snap. I don't want to force it anymore. Oh, There we go. Now we're clicked in. Okay, all right, good. So it's just a quick little twist in. I got coolant all over the place here. One thing I did forget is this battery tender. Just stick on the terminal post. At least that's what's recommended, so you don't drain the battery during the bleeding process. Okay, old sensor is out. New sensor is about to get attached right now. Okay, lower rad hose snapped right back on. Nice and firm. I gotta zip down these bolts quick. I'll put the upper back on here. Let's see if I can do it on camera. Oh, aren't I so impressive? Look at that. Okay, I'm just gonna zip those bolts down, and we're gonna fill the tank with coolant, but we're gonna unscrew this bleeder screw just to allow air to get in for the bleeding process itself. Even with the gloves on, my fingers are like just numb. So we haven't added the coolant yet, but I got my trickle charger here set to the 12 volt. It's just gonna keep the car charged while I do this process. So what I did off camera was I cracked this bleeder screw here about 4 rotations roughly. So I'm gonna fill this up with coolant until I get the level sticking all the way out the top. This is a premix, by the way. Holy crap. I bought a gallon. I hope I bought enough. Oh, geez. Oh. That took exactly 1 gallon, and I know it's going to be low, so I actually need to go buy more of this stuff. But this should be enough to at least start the bleed. I could do at least 1 round of it, check the level, and we'll see how we're doing. The good news is all of our waste coolant can go right in here, so that's good. Okay, so we've started the bleed procedure, and I'm just going to show you exactly how I did that. It's very simple, very easy. You just got to make sure you do it right. So I already did it, so I won't be doing it, but I'll demonstrate. So you turn the lights on to all the way to the right. These are the settings for the heat. You put the fan on 1, max out the heat. I also have the AC on. You just turn it into accessory mode. So you do not put your foot on the brake. You just put your key in and you hit the button so the lights come on like this. This takes about 12 minutes. Make one more note just to remind you guys. You'll know it's running because you'll actually hear it. You can kind of hear that whirring sound. That drip is from the bleed screw right here. I have that opened up about 4 screws, 4 turns I mean. And just to show how this looks on the battery, yeah, it's down to 11.6, but it is taking a charge. 11.5, yeah, 11.6. Okay, good. Okay, I gave it a little bit longer. Let's close our bleeder all the way this time. Pop open this reservoir cap. Lower, but enough to start, I think. That should be it. All that's left to it is to start the car and see if we got heat. Alright, we're gonna get a coolant light, probably. Bulb. I know the transmission's got funny problems going on. Okay, no coolant light. What if I turn it off? Ha ha ha! Yes! Yes! Victory screech! Nice. Okay, so one of the many issues on this car seemingly resolved. Let's crank the heat and go outside and check for leaks. Now understand, there probably will be some air quote leaks, but that's because I was really sloppy trying to get the coolant out. I should probably pop the hood. Alright, that is coolant from... That is spilled onto the O2 sensor, so that exhaust is already really hot. Yeah, we're burning off all that coolant I dropped. I was a little sloppy, but you can hear I got the heat pumping. And hopefully no air pockets. If we have more air pockets, we're gonna have to bleed again. But we saw the coolant level with our own eyes, so we should be good to go. It was kind of somewhere between minimum and max. It was kind of just above the minimum. So Just one check under the car. That's all the stuff we dropped. But, okay, good. Very good. Let's get in the car and see if it's hot. It's definitely warming up, so that's good. Definitely warming up. Put our lights back on automatic so I don't kill the battery overnight. This begs the question. I've been finding spots of blue under the car, and the entire time I've been saying it's a coolant leak, it's a coolant leak. But we saw the coolant with our own eyes. That coolant was like green, yellow. It was bad. It was old coolant. So could it be that it's this windshield washer stuff? That looks exactly like what's in the snow. I just don't know where the actual tank is for that. Obviously it's cracked. It's down on the engine mount down there, you can probably see. It's like blue as a smurf. So who knows, maybe that's what's been causing that, the pooling at the bottom. But I mean, regardless, there is a coolant leak somewhere on this car. I just have to track it down, but it might be a lot smaller than I previously thought. So that's good. It's all very good. All right, well, that is at least my experience, changing the coolant level sensor on the E91. I'm absolutely freezing, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So see you in the next one.